Hi guys, and Happy New Year. This is obviously my first live video of this year. I did get a little bit out of practice doing them last year, and I'll admit it was purely down to being lazy and maybe a bit nervous at times and lockdowns and so on. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick update on New Year and a little bit of a review of last year. It wasn't all bad. Um, First, obviously, over Christmas, I've not done much. That's partly because everything's been shut, and partly because I've not wanted to associate in large groups, not just because it's illegal, but because I want to protect myself and my family and, those that I love. So I didn't really do much over Christmas. I did manage to see my parents on Christmas Day, although it was quite brief, and I saw my nephew for about an hour, one of the Christmas to New Year days. He's just joined the army, and I'm really proud of him. He won Recruit of the Year, so he's already had a promotion and got a really good job in the signalling and logistics sort of side of the army. So it was good to catch up with him in a socially distanced way. Other than that, I didn't really do much other than go for walks with members of my household. And on one occasion, we met some friends outdoors and we had a little walk along the canal and a quick catch up. So it was all very safe, although it was quite cold. We've had a lot of snow and ice up in Yorkshire. But I've got some old trusty Doc Martin boots that prevent me from slipping over. So I do feel very relaxed now. It was a bit of a forced relaxation. I do find it quite hard to switch off, not necessarily physically, but my brain, 10,000 thoughts a minute at times. So it's been nice to slow down and recharge my batteries as such. I'm very excited for 2021 because there's a lot of good things on the horizon for Invest Leeds. And just real quickly, I'm going to talk about 2020. I think we all sort of have our own opinion, and obviously, what's going on in the world has affected everybody worldwide. It's impossible not to be affected by it, but I think happiness comes from within. So I think I've looked past maybe what's going on in news. I try not to look at the news too often because I think it gets very depressing and I think it's one-sided and it's told from their perspective, and it's almost like here's your daily dose of what we need you to believe. Whereas I prefer to look at the facts and then think for myself. But I'm not getting involved in the politics. So real quick, I've just wrote down 2 or 3 positives that came out of last year for me. Number one was noticing in the first lockdown, March, April, May, that the world closed down, that it only closed down for humans and what we've created. Obviously, animals carried on as normal. My cats loved it because they'd sit on my knee all day and I didn't have to get up to go to work because I was working from home. So I really enjoyed that, just spending more time with animals. Another plus was we've actually got on a lot better with some of our neighbours. They're not all bad, but there's a terrace block, and some of us, I live on a terrace block of 6 houses, and about 3 of those houses, we've all lived there over 20 years now. So we've got to know each other over years, but sometimes, little issues arrive, and it were great that we all sort of made a fresh start and we get on in group, a small group. We're chatting sort of over at garden fence, and we seem to have put some issues we've had in past to the side. And we even got a Christmas card this year, so I think that was one positive that came out of lockdown, just to appreciate and get on with people who literally live on your doorstep. And I think the final thing is it's realising who is important in life when obviously you're forced to spend time apart. It made me question some relationships and friendships, and how they served me, and I guess it's a two-way process. So yeah, I guess I was cutting the clutter out of my life, and that's been really positive. We've done the same in the business in Invest Leeds. We've spent a lot of time last year analysing what brings the money in, and how time is spent. And we realised that a lot of my time was spent doing the running around and things that aren't necessarily, they're important, but they're not necessarily a priority, if that makes sense. So we've either systemised things, outsourced things, or simply we don't offer, certain services anymore. Because to be fair, we're not the best people to do it. It's not what we're good at, it's not what we specialise in. And for the last 3 months of last year, we only exclusively sourced for our overseas buyers. This is a source to order. That wasn't a conscious decision, it was just how it worked out. But they're very, very keen, and we've got a good 4 months ahead yet before they are imposed with some tax changes. So it's a great time to sell your house to our buyers. If you get in touch, if you've any property that you'd like me to present to them, it's okay if it's on already with another agent. We can work together with the other agent, and nobody will get, everybody will get a fee basically. We're not stealing business from them, which is why it's okay. And obviously we're all open and honest, and we've already successfully worked with quite a few agents across Leeds. So please get in touch. The market's booming right now. It's a fantastic time to sell. You'll get a really good price compared to previous years. I don't know how long that will last. And that leads me to my next Facebook Live will be tomorrow. I'd like to think around this time. But obviously it's a bit chaotic what's going on at the moment, and schools, and not knowing if and when they'll be back. And working from home and a stroppy teenager, but I'd like to think I'll go live about 2:15 tomorrow, where I will look at my personal predictions for the property and investment market this year. So in the meantime, feel free to get in touch if you've any questions, queries, or you're interested in working with us, selling your property through us, and we can offer that commission free. So thanks for watching.